So the number one question I get asked week to week, whether it's on YouTube, Instagram, through my website, or email, is how do I get this company to send me personally tools or free items, or how did I get a particular company to sponsor me? And it's a fairly common question. Most people have that. I remember when I first got into woodworking, and it's only been a few months, and I thought, well, how does that work? And it seemed really daunting to even try and approach a company. But I found some ways along the way. I found some key points that we need to focus on, that if you shore up these ways, there's just 4 of them, it will increase your chances to get sponsored. Now, before we go any further, I want to say this is not a surefire way. This is not going to work 100% of the time. Actually, it's going to work very little. I mean, it's not going to work a whole lot. You're going to see that there's more failure rate in this than there is success rate. But these steps do increase your chances to get a sponsorship or get free items from companies. So let's start right away. Number 1, figure out your deliverables. What do you bring to the table? What do you offer to this company that would make them want to send you products? And then second, why it matters to that company. What do you bring and why it matters? For example, I'm working with a plywood manufacturer and a drawer slide manufacturer on a cabinet build I'm doing here in my garage. They provided all the products for this build. Okay, I had to initially start out and say, here's what I'm bringing to the table. Here's what I'm offering you in exchange for you to send me this stuff, these drawer slides or this plywood. There's nothing in life that's free. There's always a catch. There's always something expected. So you have to figure out, what do you bring to the table? What is going to entice these companies to send you their products or to sponsor you? Number 2, research the company. So you've identified the company you're wanting to target. You've done a bunch of research and you figured out, okay, I'm building this cabinet. I need plywood. I need drawer slides. I need screws. I need whatever else, the consumables for this project. Okay, now I need to figure out who are the top companies and the manufacturers of these products, and then I need to start doing some research. Find out where they're located. If they're located here in the U.S., it's a lot easier to get a hold of them. You have a lot more flexibility. You know that you can talk to someone in a reasonable amount of time typically, and it's easy to call them or whatever else. Now, if you're in another country and you're contacting a U.S. company, it's difficult, but it's not impossible. These things, you can still do this. But find out where they're located, find out their core values. What at the heart of it, what makes them tick? What is their company all about? And use that along with who's in charge of the marketing and PR, because they're going to be the people you're going to want to talk to, and then figure out who their target audience is. And a lot of the times you can do that by just visiting their website. They will tell you all about their company, where they've come from. There's a contact form usually there that you can get to someone in customer service that can connect you with someone who's in charge that makes the deals, or sometimes the customer service agents can actually send you free stuff, or they can make the decisions on that. It's all about how the company's set up. But you can find out with their core values, you can find out contact information, and you can find out their target audience, because it's going to be in their about section. We've been helping, let's say, woodworkers for the past 40 years. Okay, their target audience is woodworkers, whether that be weekend warrior woodworkers, or if it's DIYers, or if it's professional woodworkers. They are targeting a specific segment of the population that does woodworking. So do your research on the companies, find out as much as you can about them, and use that to inform you into the next step. Number 3, ask, and don't be afraid of the no. I have a life motto, as it has become, especially when it comes to talking about sponsorships and promos, and that is, you never know until you ask. The worst thing a company or a person can say to you is no. That's all. They can't take away your passion. They can't take away your drive. They can't take away your livelihood. They can't do anything except for say no to you. And in my case, I'm the kind of person that when someone tells me no, especially if it's, hey, I'm looking, no, we're not interested, it makes me work that much harder to not just impress them, but to make it so that they want to give me stuff, that they're reaching out to me, that they're asking me to do promo for them. It makes me want to shore up my game and my work ethic and my deliverables and make sure that it is on top notch, because they will come calling. And when they do, you can say, Sure. Or you can say no. You have the power. But don't let a no discourage you. I've heard, let's see, I think I calculated earlier this week, I think I've reached out to 23 companies. And I've reached out to big name tool manufacturers. I've reached out to the small guys. And I've heard way more no's than I've heard yes. And at first, I remember getting the first no and I thought, oh man, I don't like the way this feels. I'm discouraged and beaten down. But you know what? What I found was that no empowered me and made me try harder, strive harder to make my videos better, to make my woodworking better, to grow, to make it so that they're, next time, whether I approach them or they approach me, it's an automatic yes, or hey, what can we do for you? So don't be afraid of the no's. Don't be afraid to ask, and don't be afraid of the no's. I have, in my experience, I'd probably say 75 to 80% of the companies said no. Now, the other 25 to, I'd say 20% of the companies that have said yes have been huge. It's been big things. And it's all because I use the no to fuel my passion, my desire to grow, to get better, and to continue to excel and keep gaining followers, keep gaining subscribers, keep working hard, keep getting new projects, and it's paid off in the long run. So figure out your deliverables, research the company, ask, and don't be afraid of the no. And then finally, number 4, deliver on the deliverables and exceed expectations. So, okay, what do you mean? When you say you're going to do something, do it. And not only do it to the bare minimum, but do above and beyond. Offer them more than what you initially said you were going to do. Don't just do the bare minimum. Why? Because when you do that, and I'm a firm believer in this, that when you show extra drive and you show extra care and you try harder and you make a better product, or you offer even more above and beyond what you initially offered, those companies are going to remember that for the next project, and they're going to really, really want to, they're going to want to invest in you, and they're going to see your potential and say, man, this guy or gal is doing some great things. They even exceeded our expectations. Let's get on board with the next project, and you can ask for bigger things and better things. Those 4 steps are critical. I think they're really important and they're very helpful. But you have to remember, you're not going to hear back from some companies. You're going to hear a lot of no's. And all of that can be very discouraging. All of that can be frustrating. And you can want to give up. I'm going to tell you, don't do it. Stick to the plan, keep working harder, and accept some criticism. I had one particular company. I reached out to them, showed them all my videos on YouTube, showed them my Instagram posts, and showed them my website, and they had some feedback. And their feedback at first was kind of stinging, and it kind of hurt. And because it's so personal to me, I love what I'm doing. I'm enjoying this. This is a hobby, and I'm putting myself out there on the World Wide Web. I'm doing something that a lot of people won't do, and a lot of people are doing right now. And so it's vulnerable. You're opening your life up. You're opening yourself up to criticism and critique from people that never meet you, may never watch your videos again, or maybe lifelong subscribers. And so it hurt. I was like, oh man, there's criticism. But I used their criticism as constructive criticism, and it continued to grow and continue to get better. And I'm still working on that. There's still a lot more progress to be made. We've never arrived. I don't care who you are, where you are on YouTube. There's always more you can do, and there's always ways you can get better. So I believe if you take these 4 steps, it'll help you out. If you have any comments, you have any questions, you have any suggestions, you can comment down below. You can also send me an email at mclartywoodworks@gmail.com. I love getting emails from people. I love hearing your stories, and I love answering questions. But hopefully this was some sort of help to you. If you're in the market, you're looking for sponsorships, you're looking for companies to send you free stuff, it's not impossible. Honestly, there are a ton of companies that they're willing to send you stuff because it's free marketing, free press for them. And so if you can figure out your deliverables, you can research the company, know where you're going, ask and don't be afraid of the no, and then deliver and exceed expectations, I believe you're going to get a ton of stuff. I'm already reaping the benefits of these 4 steps. I'm doing a huge miter saw station build. I've got a dust collection system that's going in that Everything's pretty much provided. And it's all because I haven't been afraid to ask. I figured out what I can deliver. I've done my research, and I'm delivering and exceeding expectations. So if you have any questions, let me know, and I hope you guys have a great day. See ya.